all new tomorrow at 8, 7 Central.
Live in HD, this is K2 News at 11. Good morning. On your side.
Good evening. Thanks a lot for being with us. And only on K2 for the very first time, in her own words now, we hear from the one person who's been silent during the 2-month search for Kyron Horman, his stepmother.
K2's Anita Kasey obtained emails she sent the day after Kyron vanished.
Well, reading through these from the very start, long before the alleged murder for hire plot, I should say, and those alleged sexting affairs, it seems that Terry knew suspicions settled on her, even writing, quote, "They are blaming me in the blogs. I just want to scream."
Terry, do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say? You know where Kyron is. Yes or no?
She is the person everyone wants to talk. Kyron Horman's stepmother.
You tell the world something.
But while Terry Horman has remained silent in front of cameras, her fingers have not. These are excerpts from 2 emails that K2 News obtained, written by Terry to a source we will not reveal, sent on the day after Kyron vanished from Skyline School during that science fair. Now, investigators have said Terry is the last person to see Kyron, but this is what Terry wrote. "The teacher thought I said I was going to take Kyron with Kitty for a doctor's appointment. I said I was going to look at other exhibits. How do you mess that up? His coat and backpack were still at school. I left the school at 9, and he was seen with a man, chaperone, and 2 girls after I left. There were no men on the chaperone list. That, and it was highly chaotic. Had to been 300 people running around, no coordination." The reference to her daughter's doctor visit, not mentioned again in a follow-up email sent later that day. "I didn't just drop him off. I spent time with him, took pictures, and he was in safe hands, I thought, as I watched him walk down the hall. Kids saw him after I left. Teacher put him as absent at 10 a.m. Someplace between 9 and 10 is when we think it happened. I have a receipt showing I was checking out at Fred Meyer 7 miles away at 9:12 a.m. I went to another Fred Meyer looking for meds for Kitty they didn't have at the first Fred Meyer. Then I was trying to get Kitty to sleep in the truck for a few minutes, but no go, so off to the gym at 11:20, out at 12:20, home at 12:45, came home at 2, bus at 3:30. That was my day. They keep asking me, now on my 5th interview with them." Terry went on to talk about Kyron's recent behavior. "The past 2 weeks he's been acting really weird, staring off into space, can't remember anything, walks into the room and then back out, stopping to stare and then move on. The doc thinks that he is having many seizures, and I made an appointment on Thursday for next Friday to have him checked out." That contradicts what multiple sources have told K2, that in the days before the science fair, Terry informed Kyron's teacher he had an appointment that day, June 4th. That is why no one expected that he would be in class and why he was marked absent.
Very detailed account by her where she was that day.
Again, those were sent on June 5th.
All right, Anita, thank you.
Anita, thank you very much. The grand jury in the Kyron Horman case is focusing on Terry Horman's workout friends now. One source tells K2 Terry told them she was angry because Kane was making her teenage son move out of their home. The person who wants to remain anonymous says Terry made the comments in the 24-hour fitness 1 or 2 months before Kyron vanished. It's the gym where we try to talk to the Hormans days after Kyron vanished. K2 has learned searches directly linked to Terry's friend Dee Dee Spicer were conducted over the weekend. Spicer and at least one other friend bought disposable cell phones for Terry after Kyron disappeared.
A cell phone in the woods is the needle in the haystack. But again, if these are untraceable disposable cell phones, the forensics are so good that they can retrieve a lot of information from those devices.
Now, sources at the courthouse will not confirm whether they're looking at the alleged rift between Terry and Kane as a motive for Kyron's disappearance.
The Oregonian reports tonight investigators are trying to learn if another adult was sitting in the white pickup truck that Terry Horman drove to Skyline School the day Kyron disappeared. It reports the person may have been in the truck while Terry was with Kyron at the science fair. We called the sheriff's office tonight. They won't comment on details of an open investigation. Sheriff's office will hold a news conference Wednesday morning at 11. It says it will release certain details. You can watch the news conference live on KATU or online at KATU.com.
We do have some other news in this.